I'm Will Mays at ZWT Ranch, and this is my wife Elizabeth and my daughter Riley. ZWT Ranch is located in Crossville, Tennessee. We're in the Plateau region of Cumberland County, kind of central Tennessee, in between Nashville and Knoxville on I-40.
Well, in 1999, we bought a feed yard in Nebraska, 16,500 head capacity feed yard, and at the same time, in the next year in '99, we bought this. Come up for sale. We bought this, and then that's when we formed ZWT Ranch.
I'm the advisor here. Initially, when I came to ZWT, the initial goal was to have me help find another manager, but since Will has become very involved in not only the office part of this, but also the cattle part of it, basically I'm here to help train him and the other young people that work here at the ranch. Tony has acquired some of the absolute best females that the breed has to offer, and he's built off of that. He's mated them to excellent bulls. Production is the main line here in terms of converting grass into beef, and that's what those cows are about. So the foundation of the program is based on about 10 or 12 main cow families that he's picked up from different places like Duff Cattle Company, Shofts Angus Valley, several other places that he's ventured out and purchased these top-notch genetics. The biggest thing was that we stepped up the AI and ET program from what it was to what it is now. And so we've been able to take those genetics of those superior cows, multiply them at a much higher rate. And that's allowed us to not only raise and produce better genetics, but also sell better genetics. Tony's put his best foot forward in terms of the genetics that he's put together here. I don't know of too many places that you can go to throughout the United States, and I don't travel Canada a lot, but again, I just don't think there's a lot of other options out there to find cattle that are this high quality, that have this much power behind them. Again, you know, part of what he does here ends up feeding into the retail product line at the feedlot level, and he's found over time that these cattle work. And in terms of grading, I mean, he's got a tremendous amount of data that shows that these cattle will grade. They're Angus cattle marble as a whole. And so it's really been, from a financial standpoint, quite rewarding. And we've tried to stay on the same line and keep the focus here to be the maternal power, which is what, you know, the good cow herds are built on, because I think there's just a lot more consistency when you maintain that. Well, I think in the Angus business today, as the breed as a whole kind of has a tendency to want to follow the numbers mating scenario, and when you breed cattle off of paper like that, the tendency is to leave some of the nuts and bolts things that have gotten the breed to where it is today kind of on the back burner. So at ZWT, we've tried to bring that stuff back to where it's the most important thing, and if the numbers go along with some of these cattle, so be it. So you know, again, we're just trying to keep the breed what it was. Obviously it got us here in the first place, and we believe that that's the best way to keep us here. Yeah, the heifers that are behind me are fall coming yearling heifers. We noticed last year in our sale that there was a lot of demand for cattle of that age. We were able to uptick our embryo program to where we had more to pick from. You know, we've got some daughters that are mates to these that we're going to put back in the program. We tried to offer a little something out of each sire that we've got here, and to give them a wide representation on different cow families. So, you know, again, there's direct daughters of 918 in this group. You know, there's cattle in here out of the 247 Elba cow. Again, it's a good representation of the breeding program that we have here and that we're going to continue forward with.
The biggest thing for ZWT is is implementing a buyback program and selling bulls at the feed yard in Nebraska. That, you know how bulls sell kind of cheap here east side of the Mississippi? You go out west, and if we implement a buyback program, then I think that we can offer commercial people a premium for their calves, and I think that would work for us pretty good. We've had that conversation 2 or 3 times about doing that.
The operation out in Nebraska is in Holdrege, Nebraska. It's Phelps County Feeders. It's a feedlot with a 50,000 max capacity head total. We are in partnership with the Clutie family, Dale and Joe, being the main people that run that out there. They're a wonderful family to work with, and you know, they're first-class people. ZWT herd bull will start from the ground up. He needs to stand on a good square foot. Needs to be structurally sound and correct. We like them to be big nutted and fertile. They need to have plenty of muscle. We don't need anything that's flat or shallow. We want them to have plenty of rib to them. And the most important thing is probably that they're backed by a productive cow or cow family, you know, with multiple generations of good cows in that pedigree. Yeah, so in this year's offering, we'll be offering 60 good, stout, rugged bulls. We'll be offering about 75 registered Angus lots on the female end of things, and then we'll be offering about 100 commercial females. I would like for the future of ZWT for people to know that they'd be working with a good family that they can believe in and a program that they can trust, and that it to be a place where they come and buy cattle that they can benefit from and grow their program with.